Well, tonight, there is fire and disquiet at the Ministry of Environment after it turned out that some 147 million shillings might have disappeared into thin air. Principal Secretary Engineer Festus Ngeno and the Kenya Water Towers Agency Board are embroiled in a bitter row over the continued stay in office of Professor Julius Tanui as the agency's Director General, as irregular use of public funds at the agency is revealed. Here is our Special Projects and Investigation reporter, Brian Obuya, with the context of that story.
Another scandal is brewing in the William Ruto government, and some well over 147 million shillings is at the center of the brawl. It all began with an Auditor General's report that pointed out that the Kenya Water Towers Agency spent 147.7 million shillings towards the establishment of the bamboo enterprise. This involved the establishment of the National Bamboo Growing Demonstration Center at Kaptagat Forest in Elgeyo Hills, among other activities. The site was to act as a bamboo demonstration center where interested individuals would learn about the commercial value of the bamboo and also procure bamboo seedlings. The Auditor General's report shows that there was no such thing at the said forest. It was a ghost project. The Kenya Water Towers Agency had at some point said that the seedlings were eaten by animals. And with that, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has been looking into the saga. The Twalibu Mbarak-led commission had written to the Kenya Water Towers Agency seeking approved budget estimates and annual procurement plans, payment documents in terms of expenditures made towards the bamboo project, and proof of stakeholder engagements during the project life. The letter was penned by EACC's Director of Investigations, Pascal Mweu, on November 10, 2023. It was on the backdrop of these developments that the Rashid Echesa-led board sought to suspend their CEO, Professor Julius Tanui. The board wanted Professor Tanui, who joined the agency in December 2016 as the Director Partnerships, Business Development and Community Livelihoods, sent on compulsory leave in order to facilitate investigations following the revelations that the 147.7 million shillings that had been pumped into the bamboo commercialization enterprise may have sunk into individual pockets.
I, Festus Kipkoech Ngeno.
But Principal Secretary Festus Ngeno would hear none of it.
Do swear that, except with the authority of
Echesa wrote to Environment, Climate Change and Forestry Cabinet Secretary Soipan Tuya through her PS, Engineer Ngeno, announcing the board resolutions to suspend Professor Tanui and appoint Ms. Susan Boit as his interim replacement. Also suspended by the board was Finance and Accounts Manager Samson Sirere, with Ms. Fardosa Farah appointed as the acting finance manager. Within hours of Echesa's announcement of the suspension of the CEO and Finance and Accounts Manager, PS Ngeno intervened, blocking the suspensions. In another very suspicious letter, the Principal Secretary wrote back to the board saying that having considered the issues raised and the gravity of the matter, he proposes that the board schedules a special full board meeting to deliberate on the matter, since this is a weighty decision which requires further consultation. The resolution of the board is hereby suspended until otherwise advised. And consultation it was.
To invite Your Excellency.
The letter was copied to Chief of Staff Felix Koskei and CS Soipan Tuya. But even before the Kenya Water Towers Board had acted on Ngeno's letter, the PS took over and decided to instead approve 5 days leave for Professor Tanui, but without the knowledge or approval of the board, inviting the question, who really is running the show at the Water Towers Agency? For now, it is not clear whether the investigations by the EACC or auditors as sought by the board will continue after what PS Ngeno calls consultations. Brian Obuya, NTV.